It's the same with the seasons. Now, the model of the globe has just taken all observations and the times and seasons and placed it onto a sphere to make it that if you didn't have your 23.5 or 23.4, whatever actual tilt, it wouldn't work on your globe. You need that specific tilt. And interesting fact, that equals to 666, as people like to make fun of it because of that. It's minus 90. But it works exactly the same on a flat Earth.
It works exactly as on the globe. Aren't you a glober, Flatzoid? And you were saying a flat Earth map, the flat Earth map, the Hebrew cosmology model. That's all the same thing. Correct, Flatzoid?
The only difference is it's flattened out. Where a globe, it's over a sphere and it's wrapping around the sphere. You can take that same thing, you can just flatten it out, and the same takes the same path.
Right. So how do you explain the time zones and the seasons on the flat Earth model?
Yeah, explain it on the flat Earth model, Flatzoid. The one you're not ascribed to, but ascribed to. You know what I mean?
Well, it's explained as the sun taking a circuit on the flat Earth model. So it's taking a circuit, and usually when it is, the sun changes in altitude. So you can look at it as...
What makes it change altitude? What makes it change altitude on the flat Earth model?
Oh no, is he going to say the sun circles the Earth?
The sun. Look at it as a... I'm not going to say orbit, but I'm going to say look at the plate. Now say this is the sun, and it's, you know, when it's spinning, it's doing this kind of wobbly thing.
Flatzoid, do you realize what you just pointed out? That means in the winter, for example in the south, the sun would be higher in the sky, and that totally contradicts the model. You were saying the sun is closer, lower in the sky in your southern summer, and in the winter it's higher in the sky. So that means people in the south see a sun that is higher in the sky. Do you understand that, moron? You see that, Flatzoid? Higher in the sky.
So when it's higher, it's winter, and when it's lower, it's summer. So it's, you know, when you spin something, but then it spins like that's the thing. So on the flat Earth, it explains it when the sun is closer to the surface.
In the summer, it's closer to the surface, and in the winter, it's further from the surface. What a total lunatic!
Explains it when the sun is closer to the surface, it's summer, but when it's further away from the surface, it's winter. So right now I'm in the southern hemisphere, it's summertime, so I would say it is tilted this way, closer to me.
What a fuck up. Flatzoid, where your index finger is, that sun is, according to you, the summer sun for the southern hemisphere, traveling over the Tropic of Capricorn, for example in Australia, and the one on your right is the sun traveling over the Tropic of Cancer during the summer. You show exactly the opposite. What's happening in reality, idiot? The one on your right, that is so-called higher, is the summer in Australia on the Tropic of Capricorn, according to your own fucking model.
So you're saying the sun is what tilts?
The sun follows a circuit. So where I am here, the sun is closer, and let's say where you guys in the UK, because it's winter time by you guys, the sun is a bit higher by you guys in the north. It's just a very rudimentary explanation. It's like close to oven, hotter, further away from oven, colder. But
Well,
that's just the way the flat Earth explains it.
No, that's the way you explain it. It's not reality. And you're lying to this glober. And now you pretend all flat earthers believe in that garbage flatzoid. You clown.
yeah. Do you say that the sun is that shape, a sort of flat sphere, a flat circle?
I don't know, because I do think it has sphericity to it because it's observed to have divergent rays. But I can't say it's a full sphere. I can say it's maybe a half sphere, but
It could be a half sphere. Can you believe the shit? Let me guess, flatzoid. Because you can only see sun rays going to the left and right, top and bottom, and forward, but not backwards. Is that why you're saying the sun is a half sphere? You idiot.
I don't know what the sun is, and I can't really make claims about it.
You made tons of claims, Flatzoid. Don't you realize that?
But I do know the sun gives us light. There's a lot of things attributed to the sun, but based on what it is and really how high it is, I can't say. That would be me being dishonest if I say I did.
Ah, you hear that, people? Flatzoid don't like to be dishonest. Ah.
You understand? So,
I'm just trying to understand it, because if it's the sun tilt and it's tilting towards, so that would mean I'm just trying to get my head around the relative sizes of this plate. So it'd have to be, the sun would have to be at such a certain distance where that would happen.
yeah, because like I said, I think it moves in different. It's a relative position moving. So I don't think it's an actual position to say. I'd say it's more based on apparent positions. Even on your globe, actually, when you're looking at the sun, you're not actually looking at directly. You're looking at the refracted location of the sun.
The globetrotters only claim 0.5 degree refraction, and that is only up and down refraction. They claim you see it higher than it actually is, just with 0.5 degrees. But you claim 45 degrees refraction from left to right, Flatzoid.
So when we observe the sun in the sky, it's not at its actual location. You
How
understand?
far away do you say it is from the Earth's surface?
I wouldn't be able to say. People try and use trigonometry to try and work it out, and then they come at like between 3,000 and 5,000 miles. But that's just them with trigonometry and ignoring optical things like refraction and things as well.
0.5 degree, and you claim the most crazy shit, like reflections of the dome and shit like that. So you're going to call these globus crazy, or yourself?
So I've actually had this the same thing with McToon before, where I did trigonometry for the sun, and it shows the sun at different locations, different altitudes, just based on location alone.
Yes, Fletcher did the trick to see if the sun have different angles for each observer. What a clown. Let's say you do nothing and call it trigonometry. Who needs that, Flatzoid? We have sun calc, and we see for each location the sun have a different angle, Flatzoid. You see that? Different altitudes, different azimuths. We don't need trick for that. We just use this up, you moron.
So it changes the elevation of the sun.
Flatzoid is acting as if he did something special. Flatzoid, you could have called your family in Australia and asked them how high the sun was for them, and then compare it with your bullshit. Yeah, then you could have figured out different angles, different azimuths. You fucking retard.
But the only thing we can really do with the sun is observe it optically, which perspective comes into play.
It is observed to be slightly larger in January and slightly smaller in July. Do you accept that? And how would you explain that
Yes.
to me? You do accept that?
Again, Flatzoid is full of shit. So Flatzoid, I made one of them 0.5 degree smaller. Which one it is, Flatzoid? Retard. Flatzoid is full of shit. So he can determine the sun is 0.5 degree smaller in the winter. Okay, but in his model, the sun is already smaller because it moved away. So here, Tropic of Capricorn, watching the sun. Tropic of Cancer. So Flatzoid can see the sun is 0.5 degrees smaller or bigger. Now Flatzoid, this is like 200% bigger at your location according to your fucking model. Do you understand it?
Yes, yeah, I do, because it's usually like what, like a half a degree or something difference. But like I said, I think that difference is because it's closer to the Earth in summertime and further away from the Earth in wintertime.
According to your own math, the distance between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer is 2,800 nautical miles, Flatzoid. So the sun must become a lot smaller, don't you think so?
So where it is going on, I'm close to the Tropic of Capricorn, and in the summertime it would be like I was showing with the plate tilted. The sun would be following this arc. When it gets to you guys, it's higher. When it gets to me, it's lower.
Flatzoid is showing now an orbit during the day with an inclination. Let's listen to it again.
So where it is going on, I'm close to the Tropic of Capricorn, and in the summertime it would be like I was showing with the plate tilted. The sun would be following this arc. When it gets to you guys, it's higher. When it gets to me, it's lower.
So an orbit with an inclination during the day. And then here it's winter. And here it's summer. But Flatzoid, this is also the Tropic of Capricorn. It should be summer here also. Do you understand that, clown? What a moron.
In winter, and as soon as it gets to summer with you, it's making this, and then it's lower to you guys and high at me winter. And I think that's just me trying to explain why it is. Yeah,
It also does that, does it, over the flat?
Yeah, it still takes its circuit, but it's taking a wobble, and that's why we see the analema. Yeah,
it also does that, does it, over the flat?
Yeah, it still takes its circuit, but it's taking a wobble, and that's why we see the analema.
No Flatzoid. All images and videos of analemas showing the sun being the same size, and that is impossible on your model, Flatzoid, because the sun is 2,800 nautical miles further away. Yeah, clown.
You know that figure 8?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I've seen that figure 8 over the course of the year.
Yeah. So that's what I said. It's the same explaining as a globe. The only difference is with the globe, it takes the wobble. So the globe has the axis tilted wobble, where the flat Earth has the sun having the wobble and its axis.
Yeah. There's going to have to be a wobble on both models to explain it. Yeah.
So it's the same on both.
Flatzoid claims nothing, but he claims everything during his live debates. What a clown.